Today we're going to talk about how to manage relationship with your best clients. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, from a recruitment perspective, what we're going to talk about is we're going to give you some really good tips on how to manage and cultivate the relationship with your best clients. Okay, so the first tip may sound obvious, but I think for your best clients, you really need to go above and beyond, right?
Even taking calls on the weekend?
Even taking calls on the weekend. You're going to have to do that. And I think, you hear a lot of people giving advice like, hey, I give amazing service to all my clients, and I think maybe that's related to this point. Yeah, it's impossible. And you're not managing your time properly, or I think assessing your clients properly if that's the case. You need to assess who really is worth it, and for the people that are worth it, yeah, go for it, because you're competing against people in the market who are doing that. They are taking the calls on the weekend. They're staying late to speak to candidates.
If you don't do it, somebody else will. Yeah. It's as simple as that. So tip number 2, which I think is the most difficult one, is you have to give hard feedback to your clients. You can't escape from that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, as a recruiter, you're in a privileged position because you pitch your clients' jobs to lots of candidates. So you actually get that real, honest, brutal feedback about how the company is perceived in the market. Are there any reputational issues? Does this person who worked there not appeal to certain candidates?
For the company itself, it might be just not a sexy company at all, right?
Is there a problem with how somebody interviews people? Are they too aggressive? All this kind of stuff, I think, it's a win-win because you give your client the feedback and you benefit also because they trust you more, and maybe you change their process a little bit to make it easier to make a placement.
And I think the most important part, when you deliver the feedback, I think you have to be a little bit smart on how you do it, right? Filter a little bit and try to be elegant. When you deliver bad news, I think is quite important. And generally, I think clients, and again, if these are your best clients will generally appreciate, I think, the work you're doing and the harsh truth of the delivery. Tip 3 is you have to be, or you want to be, a strategic advisor for your clients.
Yeah, I mean, as a recruiter, you have the benefit of dealing with 50 different clients, so you can actually compare and contrast the different strategies, the different policies companies have. And although you may be speaking to even the president of a company, and I think as a junior recruiter, sometimes you can think, why would he listen or she listen to me? But actually, because you have that broad overview of the market, you can sometimes give some very insightful advice, and they're not always going to take it on board. But I think the best clients start to appreciate your insight and the wisdom you have based on the exposure you get to that aspect of the job.
So don't take for granted the fact that maybe a CEO of a Fortune 500 chemical company truly understand how to shape the direction of the company based on the people, right? They might have a killer background, again, in chemistry and PhDs and so on, but the fact that you are an expert in your field and you truly understand your market, you can really bring some excellent advice, I think, to people that might not be that familiar with shaping organizations.
So the last tip is, even for your best clients, never discount. Ever is the key. It may sound a bit counterintuitive though, right?
It is. I think your best clients, because you do a lot of business with them, right? Sometimes, and they might ask you and say, hey, come on, you made 20 placement, 30 placement with me. Can you give me a discount? Well, actually, no, because that's why you're making a lot of placement, right? I think it's important you stand firm on what your value in the market. And actually, it should be the opposite. The more successful you are with your clients, the more the rates should go up.
Yeah, exactly, because from a recruitment perspective, what you're probably demonstrating to these people is you understand the business really well. You're pitching that to these candidates who are getting pitched lots of other jobs and lots of other companies. You're successfully selling this business on their behalf, getting the best people on the market. Almost, you're probably putting more attention onto these guys, so you prioritize that client. So therefore, actually, that's worth more than just a standard fee.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there we have it. Those are the top tips for how to manage your best clients. I think if you have any questions, then please let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more tips on your recruitment career and business in general.